Chahal. We'll see him soon after the power play, you'd imagine.
I think Chahal will enjoy the little bounce that he gets here in Chandigarh.
Speaking of Yuzvendra Chahal, it'll be a question for the new AI mode in Google search. What makes Chahal so effective in the middle overs? And he's got a wicket-first mindset, tactical.
Still uses the pace of the ball to get it behind backward points. That races across the turf. Brings up the 50 as well.
Through everything of that. Ace off again from Janssen, 128. Varied it up, 120, 116, then to in excess of 140 in this over. Sweeper on the offside. Butler beat 2 balls ago. Deep backwards square. This is the last ball of the power play. Prabhsim runs running in an appeal, thinking it's boot first. That's an excellent finish from Janssen to close out the power play. 54 for 1 Gujarat Titans. And it's going to be time. Both teams think about how their first 6 has gone. It's time for the Seat Tyres strategic timeout.
Discuss. Hayden have a few ideas, and this is probably why you see a lot of teams like to chase, just for how to know how hard to go in the power play. 54 for 1 after 6. And you'd think on a surface like this is probably the best time to bat while that ball is rock hard. We didn't see any swing at all. That'll be one of the things GT got to think about now. How do they up the momentum?
Let's play. No pause. Let's play.
The Lexus NX keeps you in the game. While its bold design and intuitive technology gives you the edge. Level up in the tech-forward and tech-ready Lexus NX.
+60 in the first 6 overs. That is what they're looking to do. Get maybe 10 runs and over when there are only 2 fielders outside the 30-meter circle.
These two bat a bulk of the overs. That's how the Titans set up. That's their template. They started smoothly. Boundaries of Arshdeep and Xavier Bartlett off the front foot and the back. And Marco Janssen set up Sai Sudarshan nicely. Gives the false shot, simple catch. Mid off to Shreyas Iyer. Josh Butler, a couple of boundaries to get his innings underway. It is a story of the top 3, was at least last season. Arshdeep, expensive. Janssen, excellent. Wicket and conceding just 9. seen spin yet. Sure it'll change soon if he's ridden the chair. Also have Marcus Stoinis. Sieta's strategic timeout comes to a close. Coaching staff is out there in the middle. Josh Butler should look to reset. This is a big partnership. Vaishak. You might see a lot of that now. The field spread, they might just milk the gaps for a little while.
I think you've got to keep looking for boundaries. It's one of the things we talk about as a batsman. It's not just about the physical side of the game, it's about the mental side of the game. Here's a great example. Look at Josh Butler on the left of the screen before play. Just that visualization, and that's just all muscle memory. That's just a natural reaction to what he does in seeing the ball and hitting it. He does it exactly the same before the game as he does to get off the mark.
And what you could see in that was he's not looking to power the ball over. He's looking more at timing, getting that rhythm right. And that's a great example. Look on your left side, the picture. And he's also looking for the left-hander over the wicket. And then he plays just a gentle sort of time shot.
I think we've seen already in this IPL, the best players in the world, when they're at their best, they never look to overhit the ball. Watching Rowett bat the other night, Virat as well, just the way they're timing the ball at the moment. And Josh Butler, when you see him bat like that, that's a really good sign. That's not a bad one either. That is right out of the middle. Again, the key to this shot with Josh Butler when he's at his best is how still he is. He's so balanced at point of contact. His head's still so he can see the ball clearly, and he's extremely powerful.
Well, you can't keep a fielder anywhere near that. That's a super six, all right. Look to bowl the slower delivery, but he's pitched it right in the slot. Right in the slot.
First six of the game, that. The bat of Josh Butler. Eventually there will be a single on offer. Result of the overthrow.
I think that's a good comeback. It's nicely bowled. I think we might see a little more of this as well, that into the wicket. That's your length. Just not bouncing as much as the batters are thinking when it's back of the length for that pull shot. You can get the overthrow. Butler safe in his crease. Bowler slips over and every run counts.
He's a skiddy customer, Vaishak. So once he beat Shubman Gill as well, he's only bowling 130, or that last one, 129.8.
I think that's another example, just that ball, batter looking to come down the wicket. Shubman Gill, as he's done, but I think it's the length you got to hit. You're trying to bowl the top of the stumps, get that batter uncertain about it. Is it short enough to play a cross bat? Is it too short to hit it with the straight bat? Someone like Marcus Stoinis, I think he could be handy on this surface as well. He bowls that back of the length.
Indian field for the last ball. Third has come inside the circle. Mid-off drops back to long off. Gill with the signature club of his. Won't get four, will get two. 11 off the over, 65 for one. Home support in attendance. First home game of the season. A team that got their hearts beating. Fine run to the final last year. Here is Yuzvendra Chahal.
May this battle continue between those two, Chahal and Butler. Again, I think Chahal's length is going to be key here. Don't know how much spin he'll get, but if he can bowl the right length, get that batter stuck on the crease, look for that LBW bowled.
Actually has a good record against Shubman Gill in the IPL. Dismissed him 3 times in 8 innings, an average of just under 21. All 3 occasions, Gill stepped out, stumped twice, caught it long off. A different lifetime when Chahal was still in RCB colours and Gill was a young man for KKR. He's deceived him. Shubman Gill's given him the charge. Might be watchful here. Well, the Tata Sierra legend we grew up admiring is back. Legendary interior space, comfort and performance. The Tata Sierra is the preferred choice of over 20,000 families across the country. It's your time to bring home the legend.
Bowling, bowling.
Yuzvendra Chahal is a certified IPL legend. Busy with a bit of media work as well. Recent weeks during the T20 World Cup. Wants the attention of his fielder at deep backward square, wants him finer.
Bowling.
Good start. Again, mixing up the pace, change of line on this occasion. A lot wider outside the off stump. What I do like is when you see a bowler just hold the game up to get his field right. I think too many times bowlers rely on the captain to get the field. The bowler knows what he's trying to do. If he wants a man moved, make sure the fielders are watching him. I like seeing that from the senior player.
Bowling, bowling.
Tidy, very tidy from Yuzvendra Chahal. It was 4 of his first over. 70 for 1. Xavier Bartlett, as Shreyas Iyer works his bowling changes around. Soon Chahal. You can actually see Marcus Stoinis, who's dismissed Josh Butler on a couple of occasions in history of the Tata IPL. Michael Clark, you think he'll actually be a handful on this surface?
Yeah, I think they've worked out. We just saw in that last over, or 2 overs ago, sorry, the fast bowler just bringing the length back. Ball's a little bit older. Just trying to hit the top of the stumps, get that ball to skid on. I think that's Marcus Stoinis' natural length as well. See if Bartlett can do it here.
Good length, the Aussie. Well. Australian royalty, Ricky Ponting and Matthew Hayden side by side. Gentlemen, good evening. Hedos, why don't you just take over there? You still got commentary blood in you.
Well, I'll kick you out. That's the first thing I'd do. See, you serve up a half volley. Doesn't matter whether you're 54, you're going to get it, bud.
Nice one, Doss. Hello, guys. Clark is up here with us as well. What have you discussed? I hope you haven't shared any secrets.
What do you reckon, Pommy? I've seen him the last couple of days. It pained me to have a photo taken with him a couple of days ago at training, but it's nice to be back together. I mean, Haydos has been working in this tournament for a long time, as have I. He's been in a slightly different capacity, but it's always nice to be back in a cricket dressing room. I think that's where the big fella and I are almost supposed to be.
Yeah, saw that photo. Kind of winding back the clock or trying to relive it. Oh, close. Excellent fielding that. How difficult to not kind of share, because normally what you're doing as you chit-chat to each other and you talk tactics and everything else, you're normally on the same side, if I can put it that way.
There's usually a couple of rules that stop you sharing information, but we might forget about those.
Since when did you listen to the rules?
Yeah, that's a good point, Pommy, actually. Yeah, it's good. Yeah, look, I think the thing is, our hearts are cricket. You know, when you look at the boys from both sides, our role, not only here for Punjab, but also for Gujarat, is to make the next generation of players as good as we possibly can. Obviously, we're both very competitive and we want to win. But the reality is we're here for cricket.
Haydos, it's Ronak. I was surprised that you were up for a coaching gig. I thought you'd never leave the box. But now that you were open to a coaching gig, I want to ask Ricky Ponting why he didn't want you in his dugout.
Why I didn't want Haydos in my dugout?
Yeah.
Wasn't enough room for him in ours.
It's an
I have to clear a couple of them out to fit him in, the big fella. But, in all honesty, my coaching ranks were full. You know, we had a really nice year last year with a new group making it through to the final. I wanted to keep some continuity in our group, and GT are obviously looking for something a little bit different. So that's the great thing about, I think, the IPL. You know, it's created so many opportunities for current players and past players, whether that be sitting in a dugout or sitting up in the commentary box, or being part of a physiotherapy group or a fitness group with these teams. The opportunities now are endless.
I tell you what has changed, fellas. The back of house here it's full, isn't it? There is that many resources and support staff. The other day I had coconut water being served to me on the ground. That's how much it's changed.
You have changed. You have changed. Seriously. Have we got any footage of that anywhere? I'd like to see that.
Right, Butler's having some fun in the middle as well. He's manufactured a boundary. Ricky Ponting, Matthew Hayden, stay with us. We'll come back to you. It's 76 for 1.
Over the years, we've seen him play this so many times. Just very adept at manipulating the ball into the percentage areas. Man up, and he decides, well, I'll just work it down there. 4 runs, just Butler. He's got away.
Yeah.
Evening, boys. Hope you're both doing well.
Very well, thanks, mate.
What about a cricket question? What's your thoughts on this strip?
Do we have to go there?
We've probably got to go there.
I thought the ratings had just spiked over the last 5 minutes. Some of the stuff that's coming about me. Look, it looks like a very dry, slow batting wicket, and that's a good shot there. So it's going to be another boundary. Yeah, it is. So there's the commentary coming out to me as well. Now, look, it's a very hard wicket to read. Like, we had a look at it yesterday, and it looked like there was a little bit of moisture in it. Like it was quite dark in the surface, and hence Shreyas and our local boys thinking the bowling first today was going to be the right option. But let's see. I mean, I think now a little bit of dew coming in late might help us. But what we have to do now is try and find a way to take wickets. And Papa, I heard you talking about the length. You're spot on. We need to drag the length back. We need to use that change of the pace. We can't afford to get hit down the ground. We've got to challenge these two batters to hit a square of the wicket.
While I'm in the dugout, I might just suggest to the boys just to toss it up there a bit fuller.
Doss, final one for you.
how to ensure you get into that change room and kind of win them over straight away and kind of not impose a great deal on them. It's a tricky job, isn't it, the coaching job?
It's certainly one of trust, isn't it? It's the same as what you guys do up there. You know when to come in, know when to get out. You know, a lot of these boys are international players. Most of them actually are captains. You know, so the value that you can add really is just those instincts that you might see on a given day, just what Hunter just shared there, in and around lengths and things like that. When you've got a great team, and this is a very fine batting unit. Up in the air, high, under it and out. Shubman Gill